Hi everyone, thank you for watching my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share my channel. That will motivate me to create more such videos. So in last few videos we have been seeing different fuzzers like how does AFL works, how does WinAFL or honk fuzz or libafl works. And generally when we have source code, it is very easy to fuzz a program. And generally all these fuzzers like AFL or honk fuzz or leaf fuzzer, they require you to have the source code of the program which you want to fuzz. But recently there was one tool which I came across, and that actually allows you to rewrite your binary, so you don't need to have the source code. You can actually use any black box binary. You can take any exe, any executable on the Linux platform, and you can rewrite that using this tool, and that tool is called E9AFL. So the URL for this tool is mentioned over here, that is github.com gjduck/E9AFL. So I found that this is a very useful tool, and it makes your fuzzing job very easy. You don't need to compile entire source code, and that is very helpful because you don't run across any issues like missing libraries or there is some compile time error. So in this video we are going to see how can we use E9AFL to fuzz a simple program, which is our damn vulnerable C program, which I've been using in all of my videos. So if you are following my videos, you already know where to download, but if you are new to my channel, then you can simply go to this URL, that is github.com and hardik05 damn vulnerable C program, and you will see that there are a lot of files. So the program which we want to fuzz is this one, imgread.c, and if you open that, you will see that it is a very small C program. It basically have a image structure which has header, width, height and data, and then there is a function called process image function. So this function is being called from the main function over here, and this function expects one parameter, that is actually a file name. So what this program does is that it basically takes one file name as an argument, and then it calls this process image function, and then inside this process image function, what it does is that it basically opens this file and it will read the data from this file into the structure, that is structure img, which we have declared over here, and then it performs various operations, like it will add width and height, and then it will allocate some memory, and it will try to access some data at that memory. So it basically contains a lot of vulnerabilities. If you are not comfortable with various vulnerabilities types like integer overflow or integer underflow, out of bound read or write, then I will suggest you to go through my previous video and you can get a good idea of what are different types of vulnerability. So my only intention of creating this program was to make people aware of different types of vulnerability, because generally it's very confusing. I mean, people get confused with what is out of bound read or what is out of bound write, or what is use after free, what is double free. So if you are getting confused, you can actually go to this URL and you can actually check this program, and this is the program which I basically use in all my videos to show different fuzzing concepts. So I have been using this program in this video as well. And what we are going to do first is that we will compile this program, we will generate one executable, and then we will fuzz that executable without compiling it with the AFL. So we will use E9AFL over here. So first thing we will see is how do we install E9AFL. So as I mentioned, the URL is already mentioned over here. It is github.com gjduck E9AFL. What we are going to do now is we will simply git clone this, and then we will simply run this command, that is git clone and the URL to git repo. So in my case I already have this clone, so that's why I'm getting this error. In your case, if you don't have this downloaded on your system, or you're not done git clone, it will clone the repo on your system. So once you clone this repo, it will create one folder, that is E9AFL. You simply need to go there, and if you see what are the files which are present over here, so you will see there are a lot of files. Few of these files are related to AFL, that is AFL runtime.c, AFL runtime.o, build.sh, e9afl.cpp, and there are install.sh, license readme. So we don't need to do much complex thing to install this or to use E9AFL. What we can simply do is we can simply run build.sh, And what it will do is that it will download any required library, and it will build that, and it will actually give you a executable, that is E9AFL. So this is the file which we are going to use. In my case, I already have it installed, so that was very quick. But if you are doing it for first time, it will basically download E9 and all the dependencies like E9 patch over here, which you see over here. So it will download, it will compile, and it may take few seconds for a minute or so in case you are doing it for first time. So after we have compiled that, if you simply run E9AFL like over here, it gives you one message that missing input file. So basically it takes one parameter is mentioned over here. We basically need to give one executable file to this program, and what this E9AFL will do is that it will add AFL instrumentation code to this particular executable file. So if you remember from my previous videos, whenever we want to fuzz any program using AFL, what we used to do is that we used to use AFL compiler like AFL CLang or AFL GCC or AFL CLang fast. But in this case, we don't need to compile our source code. If you simply have any executable, you can simply pass that executable to this E9AFL and it will add the instrumentation code. So this is a very good concept and I really like that. So basically it makes your fuzzing very easy. You don't need to worry about any compile time error or anything else. It's straightforward. So now what we are going to do is that we will compile our damn vulnerable C program. You again need to git clone it. I already have it on my system, so if you don't have it, you can basically go to this URL and you can simply git clone it by going over here. Just copy this URL and do a git clone, so that should be sufficient. And now let's compile our IAM. So basically why we are compiling this program is that we need one executable, and if we don't have executable, if we have source file, then we cannot use this E9AFL. So that's why we are compiling. But generally in real life scenario, you only need one executable, you don't need a source code for that. So let me use GCC to compile our program. It will basically generate an executable, that is imgread_gcc, right? And then we will instrument this using E9AFL. So the command line is very simple: gcc source file name, that is imgread.c -o, and the output file name, that is imgread_gcc. So it has created one executable file, that is imgread_gcc. Now what we need to do is that we need to use this executable file. So I'm going to copy this to E9 folder so that we can actually use it over here. So let me just copy this. Okay, so now if we see in E9 folder, we can see that this executable file imgread_gcc is present over here. And let me move it up. So now what we need to do over here is we can simply use E9AFL and we can give it the executable file. So it can be any path. Just for the sake of simplicity, I have copied this imgread_gcc to E9 folder, but you can basically use any path you want. And let's see what happens. So when I hit enter, when you hit enter, you will see a message something like this. So it gives you this message that input binary is this, which is a Linux ELF executable. Number patch, so it is like 30 out of 30. Test page is like 100%. This is something I think related to the blocks. I'm not very sure what does it means. And input file size is this, and output file size is this. So output file size has been increased by like 325% or so. And now one more thing we can do is we can use nmna command to see what this contains. So now that our binary has been compiled, the instrumentation code has been added. What we can do is that we can try to fuzz our binary using AFL fuzz. So you actually need AFL fuzz installed on your system to fuzz, otherwise it won't work. So I'm assuming everyone has AFL fuzz installed on their system. So if not, you can go to my previous videos, you can see how to install AFL. and we actually need to create one directory, that is we will create one test file over here. So I'm doing this echo img inside in directory and one.img. So basically it will create one.img file which contains img over here in that file. And now we can simply fuzz our program. So AFL, the command that is AFL first -i input directory, which is in, -o out directory, which is out, m is none. This may not be required if your program is not compiled with asn. In our case we have not compiled it, so we'll see if it works. And then your executable file name over here, so that is img read gc and enter it, and let's see what happens. Okay, so there is some issue, looks like I need to change my option. Okay, so the issue was that I was actually using the wrong file. Actually the file by default, it will append .efl into your instrument data file. So again run this command and see if we can fuzz that. Okay, so as you can see AFL is working now, and it has actually found few crashes, and speed you can see is something like 3000 or 4000 executions per second. So it's actually very fast. Maybe I'm using another system, so that's why you see this considerable speed difference in this video. Generally I used to get like 200 or 300 executions per second, but this should be fine. So this is how it works, and now let's see one crash. So we will try to replicate one crash over here and see what kind of crash we are getting. So it is like segmentation fault we are getting over here, and we have not compiled it with asn or ubsn or any other sanitizer, so that's why we are getting segmentation fault over here. So as exercise, what you can do now is that you can actually compile img read.c using gcc, and you can use any sanitizers like address sanitizer or undefined behavior sanitizer, and then when you get this file, compiled file, you can instrument that using e9afl, and then you can see what kind of crash you get when you fuzz that using AFL. So I'm leaving that as an exercise to the user, and you can do some root cause analysis as well. So this is a very short video, and this is how you fuzz black box binary. You can ideally also use camo mode, but this is something new I found, and I thought it will be very useful, and it is very it is very simple to use that. So hope you like this video, and till the next video, stay safe and goodbye, enjoy, bye, thank you.